It's Week 16 of the National Football League.
And we've got the Dolphins' speedy running back. He comes in fourth in the NFL in rushing touchdowns this year.
It's the Dolphins and the Niners.
And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road team that's looking in saying, all right, if you don't take us serious today, we're going to try to extend our winning streak of our own and get back onto this plane and go home with another win under our belt.
Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last two seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his third season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over...
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. Christian McCaffrey. He's to the 40, to the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. The lefty right to the air to start. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to...
Moving the tight end right. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Purdy works out of the pistol. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, out to punt. Velus Jones back deep. This fielded at his own 1. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive, and as we take a look at the NFL leaders in TD passes coming in, he's right there among the best in the league. To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That's to Waddle again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. Down inside the 10. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Achane. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 16th touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown. Motion man is the tight end going right. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive, along with the rest of the Miami offense. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. They'll look to pick up the pace. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. That's taken in by Achane. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. To the outside, that's caught by Hill.
There's no doubting the fact, Mike, they've made a clear point in saying we need to get this guy the ball as often as possible. And so far, they've had great success when they have gotten him the ball. I think defensively at some point, you've got to find a way to get this duo out of this rhythm or they're going to be in for a long game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Once again, it's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now Tua. That's to the tight end, Lawrence Cager. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly.
To throw on first down is Purdy. The connection made to Ayuk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing on second down is Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll motion over Samuel. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Tua to throw again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. First and 10 for Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. He'll complete that to his fullback. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. This is caught toward the side of the... On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. So we hit halftime here in South Florida, and the Dolphins are in the lead. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. J.J. McCarthy has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And it was the visiting L.A. Rams who get the victory in that one. Matthew Stafford, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This fielded at about the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. He's right there in contention for the most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A run out of the gun with Achane. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Tua now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll run right here. It's Achane. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Tua. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. The quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down. Tua gonna throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is second touchdown of the game. And 17 for the season.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A good spot here, second and a yard. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. This is intercepted. Oh, big hole, left side. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Sanders here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. They'll send him over to the left. A run here with McCaffrey. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
2nd and 7. Slot receiver headed right. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. On the carry, here's A-Chain. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run this one straight ahead with A-Chain. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a give to Achane. Achane, a 1st down, and then some. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Throwing is Tua. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A run up the middle with Achane. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. The throw on the run is complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Again in the air for Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Purdy going to put it up again. Back into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Back to the air again is Purdy. They're called in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Throwing again is Purdy. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
So a win here for the Dolphins. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.